Hi guys, welcome to Vesta TV. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome to another spooky Halloween episode. So to start, I am making a tray cover or like a plate cover out of this bowl from the Dollar Tree. It's just a black bowl. It has some spiders and some other Halloween themed engravings on it, and just one of these skulls. And I'm just hot gluing the skull to the top of the bowl, and I'm also using a creepy cloth, and that's pretty much all there is to this DIY. It's super easy, but I'll show you how I made it just in case you're wondering, well, how exactly did you make it? I also used some of the creepy hands as well, all from the Dollar Tree, so very inexpensive and very easy to make. So here it is all finished. You can use any kind of tray or plate that you want. I used a charger, a gold charger from the Dollar Tree, and I put my clementines in there. But you can obviously use anything that you'd like. You can even use a pizza pan. That works as well. So just some food for thought for you. You can use anything, or even if you have an existing plate, you could use it. I just happen to like the combination of these colors. So let's move on to the next one. So this is another super easy DIY. All you need are these little glass lanterns from the Dollar Tree, or candle holders, whatever you want to call them. These solar lamps. Now I found pumpkin themed ones. You can do obviously anything that you'd like. If they don't have these at your Dollar Tree, you can use just the normal solar lights. They should still have them. I removed the top and bottom, I separated them, and then I hot glued the bottom to the bottom of the lantern, and I used some lids, the rings from the small mouth jars, canning jars, and I spray painted those. But as you can see here, I did try to glue on the top part of the lantern, or the solar lamp, into the lantern. I used some extra glue just to attach the bottom part to make sure it's stuck, and then I used glue at the top of the lantern to glue down my rings. And then I just put the top part of the lantern in there without gluing it on because it stayed nice. And they actually turned out really, really cute. Here they are, all lit up with some light, and then now this is in the dark. They look super cute, and they'll be a great addition to anybody, either inside or outside. I've placed them outside. I will be redoing my front porch and probably putting them in somewhere there, but this is what they look like for now. On to the next one. So this next one needs a few more supplies, but it certainly isn't that much harder. You need some zip ties. You need this round wreath form, which I got from the Dollar Tree. You need 4 of these spooky skeletons, again from the Dollar Tree. Some of the plastic chains that they have, and some candles, which I'll talk about a little bit later. And all you're doing is you're attaching the skeletons with a zip tie to the wreath form. Now, as you can see, the wreath form is put with the curved side up, and then I'm taking apart these skeletons, well, taking the tags off of them, and I'm stretching them out because they're kind of folded in. So I'm stretching them out. They have a wire inside, and I'm using the arms to attach the zip ties underneath the fabric, so that way you can't see it. And again, you need 4 of these, and I attached each arm, so you'll need 8 zip ties altogether. And you want to attach them so it looks like they are kind of sitting on top of the wreath, and the wreath, or like they're on the side of the wreath, so you're attaching them to the side rather than on top, so they're laying down, so it looks like they're kind of, the wreath is in the back of them, basically. Also, to tame down the lights a little bit because they're very bright LEDs, I did color them with orange Sharpie, and so they kind of are a little bit muted. Not too much, but a little bit. You can see that over here. So hopefully you like this and you give it a try. So let's move on to the next one. This next DIY is using an old picture frame. You can obviously use Dollar Tree ones or anything that you have on hand. You can even use a foam board and, you know, make a little frame out of it. And some black spray paint, and I got the glossy kind as well, and then I needed a skull as well as 2 of the creepy hands and some cheesecloth. So what I'm doing is I'm going to make a ghost skeleton coming out of this picture frame, holding a chain, but you could attach a lantern or anything you want to it. So I started off with spray painting it black. And while it was drying, I tried to use this knife to cut the bottom part of the creepy hand off so that I could glue it, but it wasn't really working, so I wound up breaking it off. But like I said, I did try to use the knife. You can probably use something better, but it was just as easy to break it, so that's what I did. Then I used some Mod Podge. And I dipped my cheesecloth into the Mod Podge. You can dilute it a little bit so you don't use as much, but I didn't dilute it at all. I have lots of Mod Podge, so I just used it. And I just made sure that the whole cheesecloth was soaked in it and covered, so I just kind of mushed it around a little bit. And then I hot glued all of my pieces to the picture frame and then put this cloth right over top. You're going to see it in the next part. And for the cheesecloth, I just dabbed a little bit of hot glue into different places just to keep it on. It'll harden nice over top. And inside, once it hardened, I put just little twinkle lights from the Dollar Tree, battery operated ones, to give this some light. But here I have pictures of with lights and without for you to have a peek at. So here they are. So this next DIY is a little bit more involved, not hard, just a little bit more involved. I'm using one of these thrifted trays, but you can use those silver trays that they have at the Dollar Tree as well. But this one I had on hand, so I used this one, and I roughed it up a little bit by sanding it just roughly and then painting it with a mixture of some green, black, and silver paint. And again, I just kind of dabbed everything on with a paper towel. Actually, I used a wet wipe, but it was dry, so paper towel is what would work. So once I was happy with the coverage, I put this doll head on. Now this doll head is from the Dollar Tree again. It was just a random doll head that they had, so it was perfect for what I needed. I covered her eyes and then I spray painted her green and her hair black. Now for her body, I got one of those skeletons from the Dollar Tree again, the hanging ones, and I spray painted that green as well. And I only actually just used the arms and the chest from that skeleton. I removed the legs, and that was easy to do. And I did cut her hair off after I painted. I should have done it before, but I did it after because I thought I could use it, but then it wasn't sticking on properly, so I did not. And I hot glued her head to the tray. And then I added a witch's hat to her head. The witch's hat was just from like a chair cover or something that I had left over. It had like a little mini hat, but Dollar Tree does have those witch's hats, those mini witch's hats that you can get. So just pick up one of those, or if there's like a dog costume, Halloween dog costume, it'll probably have a witch's hat in there too. And for her cape, I just had one of those shawls that they have from the Dollar Tree, and it's a Halloween theme, so it has spider webs. So I got one of those and I just cut it to cover the skeleton body. And I did paint her nails as well. I painted them black. I didn't sew the cape or anything like that. I just kind of measured how much I thought I needed and roughly cut it and then wrapped it around her and hot glued it. So very easy because I want it to be kind of like sitting over top of her like a cape. If you are super handy and want to sew something, or if you find a dress, a witch's costume or something for a doll, you by all means can do this and use this. I did not see anything. Actually, to be honest with you, I didn't really look, but I did look for hats, and I didn't look for hats because I had a hat at home, but I did happen to see hats when I was there. So when I removed the tape from her eyes, I realized that her eyes were a little bit painted green. Some of it was left with the other color of her body, so I painted some black over top of them, and I kind of made her look a little bit meaner. Although she could still look meaner. Looking back at her now, I think maybe like with her nose I could have done something, but it's okay for now. My kids aren't scared of her, which is good too. Now I was looking for some sort of crystal ball. I didn't find one, but I did find this. It's like one of those plastic snow globe things, but it's got like kind of a crystal ball cover on it, like color on it. So I hot glued that to the bottom of her body, and I kind of hot glued her hand so it looks like she's holding it. And then I put some command strips at the back and I hung her up on a wall. So here she is all finished with her nails painted, and I did put a little tea light into because it unscrews into this crystal ball at the bottom, so you can see her lit up. It's hard to see because of the lighting, but hopefully you can see. Well, I think she turned out really nice. Okay, for this next one, it's again super easy. You need one of these cloches from the Dollar Tree, which they still have even now, and you need just some sort of container. I'm using a paint container and some saran wrap. And what you're going to do is wrap your container, so like my paint bottle, in the saran wrap. And then you're going to take some cheesecloth and you're going to put it over top of the saran wrap. But before you do that, you're going to dip it in some Mod Podge and then put it over top. Let it dry to make a cute little fun decoration. This is actually a Pottery Barn hack too, like a look for less, because they sell these at the Pottery Barn for quite a bit of money. I think they're like 30 bucks or something. And this was what, maybe like $3 if I'm calculating the cheesecloth, but I did not use the whole thing. I actually used that cheesecloth for that other project and for this, and I still have some left over, so that cheesecloth went a long way. So I did leave that to dry overnight, and once it was dry, I just painted on 2 eyes onto the ghost, and I put again another tea light into the bottom of the ghost, and I carefully removed the saran wrap, which it didn't really stick, got maybe stuck a little bit, but that's it. And kind of I reshaped it a bit if it was a wonky shape, so you might want to do that. And that's all there is to it. So here he is finished. I think he turned out super cute and will make a nice little accent to my decorations. So the final DIY, which I don't even want to call it a DIY because it really is like the easiest thing you'll ever make, is I got this soap because it was orange from the Dollar Tree, and I got some bugs. Now these bugs are from the Dollar Tree, and a snake. These are left over from a previous project. I removed the label, and then I had to use some Goo Gun to get rid of the stickiness from the sticker. And I cut the little spiders. Well, I thought I was going to have to cut them, but then I wound up just kind of squishing them into the bottle. So I didn't need to cut them, but if you want to cut them, you want to use something like these pliers to do that. Once I cleaned my bottle and took all of the stickers off, I went ahead and I shoved these animals into the bottle and displayed it in my bathroom. Now I did buy this little dish from the Dollar Tree. It's plastic. Not sure what it's meant for, maybe candies. I used it as the base for this little soap bottle. I am thinking that I might add some sort of saying, maybe like witch's brew or magic potion or something, a little design, and cut it out with my Cricut, but I haven't done that yet. Just looking at it now after it's been done for a few days, I think I might add it, but we'll see. But this is what it looks like now, and it turned out really cute. Like I said, just shove these in there, you know, whatever spiders, bugs that you want to put in there, and it just makes a cute little Halloween soap. So here it is displayed in my bathroom. It looks really cute, and I really like it on that spider. I contemplated hot gluing it, but my kids like to take the soap off, so I didn't hot glue it. I just left it as is. You do what suits your family and your guests. But here it is. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was spooktacular, and I hope it gave you lots of inspiration. I have more things that I'm creating. I love doing Halloween DIYs, so hopefully you enjoy these. Gives you some inspiration, some ideas that you can maybe make yourself. I thought I included a whole bunch, some that were very easy to do, very inexpensive, and some that were a little bit more involved. But again, I think all of these were super easy. You don't need tons of tools. You basically need a hot glue gun and some paint and the Dollar Tree. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Happy Halloween. Enjoy these videos. I have tons up on my channel. Well, not tons. I have a bunch up on my channel. Go check them out and stay tuned for my next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And remember, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.